Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. I am Cyphus. I'm sitting here with my co-host Roland.
Keep rolling on. I like to refer to myself as Arc Roland, the Warden of the North.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Arc Roland, the Warden of the North.
And of course, our infamous co-host who's back in action with us, the one and only I have a dreezy, Easy Merkeezy.
I didn't know you were going to know that name.
I have a dreezy. Dude, you were holiday specific. It's good.
I forgot it was Martin
My
Luther
new
King
resolution is to hit all of the holidays all the way through the year. Starting with Martin Luther King Day, I have a dreezy.
I have a dreezy, and then Miracle on 34th Streezy. You had a bunch of good ones.
Over the holidays.
Turkeysy, Spookeasy.
So what have you? Tell us. Give the fans a little update on what's going on with you. How you doing?
Where have you been?
Oh, dude, I've been living my life under the knife. Had my surgery, had a disc removed, found out about a little bit of arthritis I have in my back, so just been like kind of taking it easy, recovering from that. That went really well though. Honestly, my back is like so much better. My leg does not like hurt anymore. Like I am fucking close to like getting my ass back in action. I start physical therapy tomorrow. My surgery like recovered totally fine, so everything's going good. It's been a long time, dude, honestly. Fucking long time, so I'm really glad that it's like almost over. It's good. So that's happy. Where I've been. And in the meantime, I've like watched Star Wars 2 times, once in IMAX 3D.
Nice. My parents didn't like it, and my parents were a generation that went and saw A New Hope in theaters. That went and saw 4, 5, and 6 in theaters, and they didn't like it.
There's been a little more backlash against that movie as time's gone on.
And they were
I want to see it again.
I
do too.
I want to go a third time.
I liked it a lot. I'm
actually listening to the audio book version of the novel, which is absolutely insane. Mild spoilers, Cyphus. In the book version, Rey actually haggles the price of BB-8 and almost sells him.
Oh wow, that's cool.
What? Rey, how dare you almost sell BB-8?
A little spoiler I read about from that audiobook version was, and that is also in the script, because so recently the actual script for the film went out to the Writers Guild because they vote for best screenplay with the Oscars. Mm-hmm. So we got to like actually see what the script looked like and get a little bit of spoilers, about like Luke knows who Rey is when she shows up. That much is revealed to us in the script. And then they were saying in the audiobook that and this is supposed to be canon, and there are moments that mirror this in the script, that Rey like struggles with the dark side in that final fight with Kylo Ren.
I'm not there in the audiobook yet. But okay, don't worry, it's fine.
And
it's cool. I think it's cool that there's like more to it. If you go to it in that medium, you will be exposed to more. Of the story. To me, that's pretty neat.
I know this is a little bit of spoiler, but I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Go
ahead.
No.
So in the moment where she starts to overcome Kylo Ren in the lightsaber fight, she hears a voice in her head say "kill him," and the voice that the voice actor uses in the audiobook version is the voice of Snoke, which means Snoke is trying to take Rey over Kylo Ren. Which is leading some credence to the theory that she is definitely of Skywalker lineage.
Yeah, Han's daughter.
I'm with you there.
My parents' issue was with Han Solo. They said, wow, was he even awake when he was doing that? Wow, this and this and that. And it's like, sorry, he's not the snappy Han that he was 50 years ago, okay?
No kidding, man. He's old.
Yeah, and I think they described that pretty well, in the film.
But I mean,
it was a better performance than Indiana Jones, the latest Indiana Jones. Jesus.
The thing about it is you could just, there's like the way an old person moves, and when he moves in that movie, he moves like a fucking, like, you're not going to outrun that monster. It hurts too bad for you to be moving right now. Like, you're physically in pain as you move. Like, because of how much it looked like he was hurting as he was hobbling through the Millennium Falcon, I had a hard time believing he made it that far in the snow.
But he looked like a soldier, just soldiering through it. That's what I appreciated about it.
But dude, he played perfect Han Solo, man. He's a good character. I don't want to like talk too much about Star Wars just in case people haven't seen it. At this point, I hope you had, but we're gonna accidentally spoil something like if we continue to just like banter back and forth.
Star Wars has broken this one in particular has broken so many records. It's
why? What is it?
Oh, I mean, it's the biggest film ever made.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is a record that's gonna last for a while.
Hasn't even fucking stopped. I've already pre-ordered the DVD, the Blu-ray.
Really?
Oh, it's
because I got it for $15, dude. Super good deal. and the argument was like, I recognize your like intelligence in starting pre-orders before their like your fiscal year closes, so I'm gonna like reward you with my $15 to your bottom line in 2015.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the way that like I was like, oh, good on you. Like I'm so hyped on Star Wars right now that you're like giving me pre-orders to your movie that's not even fucking 3 days out of the theater, so I bought it.
Well, I
have so much Star Wars shit in my house right now, dude.
But yeah, anyway, I think people have seen it. I mean, sorry if we spoiled anything for you, but my God, what are you doing? You had, people were off work over the holidays. You know, they had the opportunities.
Dude,
people have seen this movie.
About a month at this point.
Take an extended lunch break. You know what I mean? Find a time that works. Like
Star Wars.
Yeah, go see. It's totally worth seeing. I wonder if...
I'm sure everybody who wants to see it at this point has.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think these three will live in, like, legend and lore? Lore? Excuse me. Fuck. Like, I swallowed wrong with that Loco Mocha, and it got me good. You think these are going to live in lore, like 4, 5, and 6? Like
I mean, yeah, because Star Wars is such a huge part of our culture and like our cultural identity,
yeah, I know.
And not even just in America, but certainly also in America, or, as maybe primarily in America, and just like geek culture, and it definitely goes beyond that geek culture, which makes it all the more valuable as like a cultural artifact. Of course they will. I mean, to an extent, the prequel trilogy did too. They just unfortunately do
live in
infamy.
Yeah, in infamy. Star Wars.
I think Rey as a character is strong enough to carry the torch of the new franchise for sure. Like she's good.
I got this information from Cyphus. You know how much she made in the movie?
No, not me. Face. We owe Face this credit.
Guess how much she made?
How much?
$150K is what she made for that movie. Guess how much Harrison Ford made?
How much?
$70 million.
So wait, she made $150,000?
$150,000.
And she carried that whole movie.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any type of like side deal on percentages or anything attached to that.
She's the
royalties.
Well, I mean, who else are they going to cast in the other two? She's going to make her money in films, 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's where.
She made, $150,000.
Well, and more interestingly, it was that like Mark Hamill made something like $500,000 for his tiny
$600,000
or $600,000.
Yeah,
to her $150,000.
Where he just turns his head.
He carries a lot of weight on that face.
Yeah, we're just.
Oh, that scene, man.
Again.
That was a spiritual moment for me with Star Wars.
I had an old episode to talk about this.
But you know what's a spiritual feeling?
Oh God! Here we go.
Theater.
When you're Arc Wardening, Warden of the North, okay, and you have 3 divine rapiers, okay, a mask of madness, boots of travel, and maybe a moonshard, dude. And you just go in there and they're like, kill it, and you're like, magnetic field, and then you just blast down all their shit, dude. I'm
glad that DotP dropped a couple Arc Warden episodes because I played with you with Arc Warden and didn't know what the fuck you were doing. I just watched people die and heard you go like, go on him now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, we've done support combos with it. Like,
I will say, I know they're detractors and I know they host shows on this network. I'm with you. I look forward to doing more Arc Warden, even just Arc Warden AA was
Arc Warden AA was crazy because the 50% slow ensures cold feet hits, and then we're just blasting them.
Yeah.
Because Arc Warden gets a bad rap because he has low base damage, but he has high attack speed. So he does he's hard to last hit with, right? Because he has such low base damage, but he's actually a pretty mean right clicker. Even early on.
He worked really well with that gank combo.
Yeah. And, Ursi brings up points where it's like, did you win in spite of that pick? Or did you win because of that pick? And it's like, you never know. We only played it once. We don't know.
We only did it once.
We don't know if that's a great pick or not.
My overall feel in that game, and since we've been doing this roaming gank combo, I feel like we've had more of an impact on the game, both in when we win and when we lose.
Yep.
Meaning that
If
you
we're there and
and
we die,
you and I
we
failing, you and I failing a lot early on usually means we've maybe thrown the game for the team.
Well, or we didn't stop the guy from dying. He actually died. Like what kept happening was like we'd live and Wazoo would die, and we'd be like, that wasn't a good trade. That was a bad trade.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, you know, knight for pawn, and we just kept doing knight for pawn, knight for pawn, knight for pawn until, you know, it's over. So I don't know. The gank squad is fun.
We've had a ton of success with it,
dude. I'm a new man. Like, it's 2016, and you guys don't even know who I am anymore. Like, people listening to this podcast, you wouldn't even believe my hero pool anymore. Okay, it's Arc Warden in solo ranked, Arc Warden in Lifestealer. Okay, and then it is Dazzle.
Yes, I played Dazzle.
I've watched you play a couple Dazzles.
Dude.
On the stream, but I haven't like played with you with Dazzle yet. But if people want to see you play, you've been playing a lot online at twitch.tv/.ptv.
Yeah.
And you're there. You're playing your heroes like all the fucking time, and you're talking about it all the time.
Yeah. I try and explain my thought process, however dumb or however not dumb it is. Like, I'm always like...
Dude, seriously, it does. It seems like you think out loud on purpose. Are you doing that intentionally?
Yeah, I want people to know that, like, I'm not just going to sit silently and place a ward. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go put this ward up on this ward spot over here, and then I'm going to go bot.
It's like we talked about, you know, in previous casts, just making that poker comparison again to Annie Duke. Like,
just a sentence for every action.
Yeah, have a reason for why you're doing something.
It doesn't mean my reasons are good.
No, it doesn't, and it doesn't even mean that it's the right move. But it will.
It's a move.
It will more clearly highlight when you've made a mistake and why.
Yeah. So here are the things.
It'll at least give you something to look into when you do make the mistake. You can say, I did it because of this. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's where you were wrong in thinking.
Dude, Dazzle's my favorite nuker in the game. I swear to God. Dazzle is, because it's a super high skill nuke, in my opinion. Like, some of the kills, people just don't understand that, like, just like with Arc Warden, like, people just still don't get it with Flux. They still do not understand that if they stand still, they will be at full health. But if they walk one unit back, I will kill them. Like, that is all they have to know. Same with Dazzle. People running away. Oh, dude, they always bury themselves in the creep wave at my skill level. And it's just like, I just blast. They, like, just, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Don't run towards... I know, and I'm getting kills left and right. Also, I'm trying to beat my 17k heal record. And I came 16k in a game.
There's a lot of heal, dude.
Yeah. I'm healing somewhere around average on 10k with Dazzle a game. So, like, I'm making sure that I get that earn first, that I have high kill participation, that I get the mech right after, that I eventually go into Greaves, that I'm constantly earning, constantly Greavesing, constantly healing, making sure that why is anything not on cooldown? Why is it off cooldown? Weave should always be off cooldown. I don't save Weave. Like, I make sure...
And Weave's got a relatively low cooldown.
Yeah, it's like, Weave is all... Like,
I think it's 30 seconds.
You have 10 seconds without it, basically.
Yeah.
So...
Right, if you consider the duration.
Yeah, if you consider the duration, and the longer it's on, the better it is, right? So, I'm constantly just like, I think there might be a fight, Weave. And just like, I use it way more defensively than I do offensively. Like, I don't save Weave to minus armor, and minusing armor is better than gaining armor. You do more damage. You do more damage than you would save with minus armor opposed to.
That's good to know too when you're trying to decide whether or not it's worth it to catch all of your dudes or catch all of their dudes in that move.
Usually, like, if they're sieging high ground, all of them. Well, they get wove.
Yeah,
all of them.
And it's also advantageous. I mean, one of the big reasons pros picked or were picking Dazzle so much is the temporary vision that it grants.
It still grants vision.
No, yeah. No, I'm saying.
It's awesome
to get that high ground vision.
And, lose armor.
And hurt the team.
If we're getting sieged, it's them. If we're sieging, I want to put it on when we're around their tier 2. So, by the time we're on high ground, we have about half the duration of Weave left, which is about how long the fight's going to take place. And then I stand back and I play medic, dude. People walk down the stairs, I earn them, I heal them, I send them back, dude. People walk down the stairs, earn them, heal them, send them back. I fucking love it. Dazzle Arc Warden, dude. Like, I'm telling you, when I asked Reddit, I was like, Reddit, help me. Like, I'm a 2K scrub, but I feel like, like, maybe I don't have to be. Like, what do I do?
Wow, it's less than that. It's 20. So It's a 40-second cooldown, and it lasts 24 seconds.
So it's 16 seconds.
16 seconds without it.
Yeah, so you have 16 seconds without it, supposing you're constantly
and it's 100
using
mana. I mean, by the time you max out Shadow Weave, it's less mana than your Shadow Weave.
And the way I figure for efficiency is I say, okay, I need to use mana boots because my team needs mana boots, but I have full mana. I will weave and then mana boots. So at least I got a free weave out of it. You know, it didn't even take any mana from me.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes...
That's some next level shit, bro.
I'm always thinking about, like, I don't want to use my mana boots. I'm full on mana. Like, although, it would really help Phantom Lancer right now. I'd have another Lance.
Well, and for 24 seconds, who gives a shit? For the next 24 seconds, you guys are solid in lane, and, you know, there's going to be a 16-second window where you can't weave.
Oh, I'm constantly doing it. And I mean...
And you're still useful as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, even without the weave.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm really loving Dazzle. I feel like I can especially control a game with Wazoo and Gothier. So, like, Gothier and Wazoo have been the people I've been playing Dazzle with. And I can trust those two, like that they are going to do well if I do well. If I do well as Dazzle, I do my job. I heal, I pull, I double pull. I make sure that the wave equilibrium is where it needs to be. I stay out of their experience. I get my experience from pulling. I'm in lane sometimes to harass and if needed. Otherwise, I'm not seen. They really accelerate quickly, and it's fun. Like it's fun to I don't know, not be like the hero with the ultra kill. At the same time, it's fun to like, Wazoo got a rampage, and it was awesome to have taken part in that fight. Where it was like, it was integral everything that our team did for him to get that rampage.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, these are all the points I was making about support a year ago.
Or killing myself to give him the divine. Okay, like they pick up a divine on an Ember. Okay, the enemy team are rather inferior, I'll say, or something, not very good Shadow Fiend, of course, is the one to receive it, okay? So I make sure I stick on him. Like, I'm like, dude, wherever you go, I go. Like, because you're going to drop that fucking thing, and I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to live, and you're going to die. Well, sure enough, he drops it, I pick it up, I grave, I TP, I go home. I sell some shit, I buy a Bloodstone, I kill myself in Fountain, and give it to Wazoo, and Wazoo wins the game. It was awesome. Buying a Bloodstone to kill yourself to drop a Divine Rapier was an amazing feeling. To be like, I am no use with this. You have this. Like, and he had Cleave with Tiny. Like, this is another game where his Cleave alone was just wiping out teams with that Divine Rapier. And I just constantly, literally, late game, it is heal, earn, heal, earn, heal, earn. Because an earn doesn't do that much late game, like one charge. You need to put like 4 or 5 charges in somebody. And I always make sure my earn is at 0 charges. I try to. I won't waste. But I try to make sure I use it offensively and defensively. And I get earn kills all the fucking time. I swear to God.
Know. That's I mean, I've been doing that with AA recently because you and I've been switching up who grabs earn in the gang squad. And earn, you do get a ton of earn offensively is a great fucking item.
Here's what you do, okay? Yeah. Somebody's getting away, okay? They're at a quarter health and you're Dazzle. You weave them. You earn them, and you shadow poison them, and you run away. And that weave is slowly lowering their armor while they're slowly taking increased damage from the earn and from the poison, and they fucking die. And you're in Fountain, and you're like, wait.
Is earn physical, or is it...
All I know is that shit does more damage when they're woven, dude. Okay? When they're woven, that shit's doing more damage. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all psychosomatic.
I think that one is psychosomatic.
I know Shadow Poison is magical, but it feels like... I don't know. Maybe it seems like a physical thing. Physical damage.
So Shadow Poison, or Poison Touch, is physical damage.
Oh, wow. Okay. Told you. I'm killing them. I told you. I knew it.
I am getting good.
I'm looking up Earn real quick. Yeah, I'm curious if Earn... I suspect Earn is not, but maybe it is.
But, I mean, all I know is that, like, that feel you get where it's like, that last tick did a lot less damage than this tick just did. And Earn lasts for so long, and it feels like it has a lot of ticks. I don't know how many individual ticks in Earn has and how much damage it overall
is. Soul Release is pure damage.
Pure damage. Okay, so it doesn't matter about Weave with that, but it does with Shadow Poison. So yeah, it's really cool.
But it's useful.
My support's a 1.0.
Oh, I know.
I've had
shocked to see lately.
I play Arc Warden mid still and get like my top GPM is 8 69 right now on Arc Warden, and the games end at 30 minutes, dude. Like, that's just how it is.
Jesus.
The one thing that I think is the huge counter to Arc Warden that I realized, even though I won this game, is Spectre. Because Spectre haunts, he can get me. If Spectre goes to my guy, he gets 2 Divine Rapiers. He gets 3 Divine Rapiers. Luckily, this Spectre wasn't fed enough, and I just threw the magnetic field over myself and killed him when he tried to kill me for the Divine Rapiers, right? Okay, magnetic field, 100% evasion. I'm hitting you for 990 extra damage, and you're dead in 3 hits, even if you're a fed Spectre.
Well, or even against a Spectre, you're throwing down magnetic field. What's the duration on
5 seconds field? When it's maxed.
So, I mean, you could definitely TP home in a magnetic field.
Yes, you can TP, but people can stun you and whatnot. Same as Shallow Grave. It's, matter of fact, like, pretty much exactly like Shallow Grave, except you just can't take any damage at all. You won't go down to 1. Unless they have MKB and whatnot, and that's where it differs, of course, but... Yeah, no, that is the general idea, is to magnetic field yourself in TP, but literally, once I hit the 3 Divine, I've started saying I will not leave Fountain anymore. Like, at 2 Divine, I will go to the closest hard camp if and only if we have good wards, which I make sure I'm running my Necro 3s around to D-ward constantly, and I have Necro 3 out all the time, so the map is never warded. I get a bunch of experience from killing all the wards. Matter of fact, it does add up. Bunch of gold. I mean, Wazoo stood over my shoulder last night. He came in just to, like, say what's up, and I was in just starting an Arc Warden game. He stayed for the whole thing and just kept saying broken hero. He won't admit it, but he did. He was like, Jesus, that's fucking broken, dude. Like, 5-minute Midas, and that's even with shitty last hits, because I start with a Glove of Haste. Like, I don't care. People are like, go Wraithband. It's like, no. I watched a pro play, and here's where I really disagree. I watched a pro play, and yeah, he did all that. He got boots, and he got Wraithband, and he got this, and he got that. And his Midas was like 9 minutes, okay? I don't go any of that. I go Tango's Glove of Haste, and I get my Midas around like 4 or 5 minutes, even with like 15 last hits. Because of natural gold, you get 100 gold a minute. And if I get the rune, that makes 1/15 of my Midas already almost done. Like, I'm going to get my Midas really early. And, I mean, if you have seen that chart on how quick the Midas pays itself back on Arc Warden, that means I have 6 minutes of time where I'm in debt to the Midas. I have like 7 minutes where I'm in debt to the Midas. So if you're
getting it at 5 and he's getting it at 9...
He has an extra 7 minutes to pay it off. He hasn't paid his Midas off till 16. I paid my Midas off by 12, and I'm already working on Necro 3. Like, I have Necro 1 or Necro 2 by 10 minutes.
I'd be curious to see what the... I don't know. Yeah, I understand.
Like, literally with Arc Warden... The earlier the better, right? By the time you hit level 6, I want to be looking at my first Midas by my second time I hit ult. Because it has a 65-second cooldown, right? I use it my first time at level 6. I harass, I throw down a couple fluxes on the enemy. The next time I use that thing, I want to make sure I'm double Midasing. And I make that my goal. And I count how many times. If it's my 3rd clone, if it's my 4th clone, if it's my 5th clone, not such a good game. If it's my 5th clone and I still haven't used a double Midas, I'm not doing that well. It's crazy. And people in the game that Andrew was watching, 3 people wrote amazing. Amazing. They just couldn't believe it, dude. Because my double would come in and I'd get a triple kill. They'd all bum rush it. I'd throw the magnetic field down and just doing 1,000 damage per hit with a moon shard, dude. It's fucking and Mask of Madness. I'm doing 2 plus 220 attack speed. That's like, and they're fucking dead, dude. Oh, it is cheap and broken, and I'm gonna use it until they fix it. Just like Storm Spirit 6.84, baby. I think it was 6.84. Yeah, it was.
So how do you feel like 6 and Easy? I'll ask you this question as well because I've seen you playing more Dota lately. How do you guys feel like 686 is treating you?
It brought Easy back. I'll say that much.
Oh, I can cast like my glimpse from farther away. I can fountain glimpse people from farther away.
Easy will just like
That's all.
I'm like, why is he running into the fucking tower? Like, what is he? And he's like, watch this. And I'm like, why are you stop running into the tower? And it's a guy TPing behind the tower, and he's just glimpse, sends him home, dude. Of all the disruptors I've seen, like Easy gets the most joy out of sending people home, and it's awesome, dude. He's proactive about it.
To me, that's just the greatest fucking move in the game. Is like fountain glimpsing somebody.
It's like now you wasted 75 gold, and you gotta spend 20.
And you have to walk back, dude. Like it's so fucking long that you're thinking about what happened.
Oh, dude, it's great. So yeah, there's this specific moment where we're top lane and we're like a safe distance back, Easy and I, and then all of a sudden he just charges into the tower. I'm like, oh no, Easy, what are you doing? And it's because a guy's TPing in. I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about killing the tower, and we'll deal with the guy when he gets here. Nope, Easy has one thing on his mind, dude. One thing. And
it takes me down to the quarter health.
He lives. He lives. Sent him home. It doesn't fucking matter. It was awesome, dude. And we got the tower.
Cool down. It's just so...
Are you building Aether Lens on him?
I do that now. I build an Aether Lens now, and it's just for longer. It's good. It keeps me farther away from everything because he dies really easily. So, I mean, they can fuck you up, and if you don't get your ags before everybody has a BKB, then you're pretty useless.
Oh, dude, and
this might be a good disruptor patch.
Your fields are crazy. Your glimpses are really, really good too. I wish people understood that you can follow the orb. People seem to not get that idea. Like, I've played so many games where it's like, Easy will glimpse somebody, and everybody just stays where the guy was and keeps hitting him, and it's like, no, run this way. Run this way. This is where he's going. Yeah. You can see it. Follow the orb. It's not even that fast. Follow it. He's good with that.
Yeah, but you guys, like, can everybody else see that?
Yes,
like
everybody else can see that. Okay, I can see it perfectly. The same way you can.
I start pinging like a madman.
I know.
I feel like what you say is like nobody knows what I just did.
We all know.
He's gonna be here.
Yeah, and I'm like, go there, and I always just turn around and go there. Which, it's really cool. I got a kill off of a glimpse where I threw my projectile, just my right click as dazzle, in the air, and the guy got glimpsed, and it didn't disjoint my right click. Oh, so my right click just like turned around and killed him, dude. It was the weirdest looking thing in the world. Like, you could see my dazzle right click go in like in a U shape. It was crazy.
It does some weird shit like that.
Yeah, there's some weird interaction
stuff where, like, if you pull them back, like, their stuns still come, even though they get moved to where they were 4 seconds ago. It's not actually 4 seconds in time.
Yeah.
So it's just a positional shift, but whatever status effect they're under, they're still under it when they get shifted.
It's true. And dude, your ults are like, me and Andrew both have been like, oh my god, dude, like, how is he landing these? And I'm not just saying this to like pump you up or like get you back in the game. Like, I'd be kind of
working, dude.
But like those
what's the strategy to land? What's the secret to landing a good disruptor ult?
Yeah. Please enlighten us.
You get used to the delay on the kinetic field. So, like, when you throw down your kinetic field, there's a bit of a delay between it, like, hitting the ground and,
where you
like,
can walk through the
walls up and actually holding. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like whether you hit or miss it is. What's cool is when you have like a dude like a carry. So if Roland, you're like in the creep wave and like 3 dudes jump on you, and they all clump in on you. So everyone's like coming in on you. The first thing I do is drop the ult so everybody's silenced, and they're all. What I think of them doing is sitting there like hitting their keyboard, like, why is my move not casting? and then I throw my kinetic field down because there's usually that delay of time where they're not quite running away. Sometimes you put your field down first, but because your ultimate does more damage over time, you kind of want them to get stuck in there towards the end of it. So if you put your ultimate down and then your kinetic field, you'll keep them like in the cloud longer. And it's cool. He's a fun hero, dude.
They're on the ropes too. Literally, it's the only move where the people are just on the ropes. They're just, I can't fight. I can't fight in it.
I think of that midget on Cubs. I'm gonna break these Cubs.
You are so fucked when you get under that cloud.
Yeah, no, and nobody ever thinks that, like, okay, I'm dead, but let's take one out with me. Okay, like, let's fight to the end.
Everybody just runs into that
run
field
into the wall.
Like,
get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Like, you can tell a good player from a not good player because the good ones will, like, not care that you put your kinetic field down because they only need that circle of space to kill you in. Yeah. And everyone else just, like, turns around and runs their face into it until it fades.
Frozen.
And then pushes out. And you're like,
dude, I do the same thing. I just go toward the, like, the least dangerous corner with quotes in the air. The least dangerous piece. And just stay there. It'll end soon. It'll end real soon.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but you're like slowed and fucked up if you're in that. Like, so you're better off just staying where you can, like, move and in the middle. and
not
letting it run
freaking
out
out
that way.
Not
Yeah,
freaking
just gotta
out.
stay calm, man. Because ultimately
yeah.
he cannot do that much damage. His ultimate is pretty
It's
like
mean.
level 2 and 3. It gets pretty damaging towards the end. But if you can like withstand his ultimate, like Thunderstrike's not that powerful without an Aether Lens. So and his right clicks are bad. So I mean, as long as there's not someone else in there wiping you out, you can pretty much withstand him. You know, just don't get scared. He's on a scary dragon.
Yeah, people refer to him as the Dino. Good job, Dino. Is what I've seen.
I've always loved that character, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
I know you always have.
Yeah, those are my earliest memories.
It's weird the heroes that draw people in. Like you've got that like personality type of
I think that's
Invoker
so cool about
Pudge.
the game, dude. I know, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
You have those
about
Invoker
the game.
Pudges, and then you have like some in betweens where like Kairai like won't play Pudge, but he'll play Invoker. And then, like, Ursi, I feel like, is in that category,
and for
too.
those guys, you're kind of like, oh, that means he's, like, kind of tactical.
Yeah, that, like, he's okay in my book. He's not the... And I'm talking to you, Chilled-Wind, you motherfucking OD Pudge Invoker.
Oh, dude, I was thinking that when I watched your game earlier today.
He's good, though. He's really good.
Yeah, he is good on
He was, like,
on
36-4, and Chilled-Wind has become somebody that I really enjoy playing Dota with.
He's good, and he usually has a pretty damn good attitude. Actually, the last few
he's
games
funny.
I played with him, dude, he was, like, cool with it not going well.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, whatever, that one's on me. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I used to... Yeah,
it's better than a
rager for a
rager.
living.
Oh, I like Childman. He's quirky and funny and asks like abrupt questions where they like kind of take you off guard sometimes. But I like that about him. Like he's a cool dude, and we don't give him enough shout outs. He's a good person to play with, and he's good at the game. He's getting way better. He calibrated at 1.1K. Not that long ago, and he's like 3.3K now.
Yeah,
wow,
he's mean, dude. Like he's
proof that you can do it, dude. So I saw like a few Reddit posts of people that were like, I've done it as support, and like they've gotten like over 3K from 1.5 like as support. So I don't know, dude. I'm coming into 2016 like I'm gonna play at least 1 or 2 games of Dota a day, but I'm also gonna play a lot of other games. I'm gonna read a lot of books. I'm gonna watch some more movies, and I'm gonna try to talk about them a lot more like frequently. But honestly, like. I took a good break from Dota. It's been a lot of fun being back playing the game again, though.
Well, you're playing with, I don't know, the right people now. Like, there's a lot about jiving with personalities. Like, I've noticed that there's some people that, like, you're not cool with me fucking up all the time. So maybe we shouldn't play Dota together. Like, you're not
because
cool with that.
I do often are
Yeah, like, it really bothers you when I do that, and I do that frequently. So maybe we shouldn't play together.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I looked at my...
And that's also okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I was curious today because I was going through Dota Buff while I was eating some food and just perusing stats, and I went through to see like player matchups who I'd played the most with. I did it for you as well, and my top 5 players that I've played the most games with were Roland, obviously.
Was I number 1?
Oh yeah, we have like 840 games together.
840?
Yeah.
Jeez, what's our win rate?
Our
pretty
win
close
rate
to 50?
No, it's like 54.
Okay.
So we win more often than we lose.
It's all because of Gang Squad that put it at 54, dude.
And then Wazoo was my number 2 at like 515 games.
But there's a Venn diagram where that includes games with me as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, probably most of them.
Yeah.
But and he and I were like nearly 60 together.
Okay.
And then Easy, Joy Thief, and Beast.
Really? That's cool.
That's funny.
Do you remember my top 5?
Your top 5 were Wazumi, Easy, Joy, and I think Blue.
Okay.
And like I told you earlier, you and Blue over the course of like 75 games together have a just shy of a 70% win rate.
Yeah, we bicker and argue all the time.
You guys argue more than anybody on. It's by far away your highest win rate.
Victory.
Me and Blue by far and away, we win most together. Well,
I should have pulled his up to see if he had any that were that comparable.
I don't know. Lately, Blue and I have been working well together. Like he still doesn't quite trust me. It's like I don't have the training wheels on my bike, and he's still a nervous father. Where he's like, "Hey, don't take that turn too. You're taking the turn too tight. You're gonna fall next time. You're gonna fall on your bike next time." But
I hope he was impressed by Gang Squad the other night. That was the first time he'd ever seen it. I felt like we executed really well that whole game.
I played a Dazzle with him that, I mean, went really well, where I got one really, like, clutch grave on him. And, like, where he's like, grave, he was about to probably start, like, being like, why didn't you grave me? You should have graved me. And, like, I did grave him, and then, like, earned him, mech'd, healed, and he was, like, back to full and fighting shape, and we're, like, back taking their mid-racks. Like, it was awesome. That was my 17.7k heal game.
Oh, Jesus.
In 30 minutes, where I got Greaves, I got Urn, I got everything, and got 17.7k healed in 30 minutes. It was really, really fun. But Blue is, he's somebody that he likes to talk about the game and what's going on inside the game a lot. And God damn him, we have a good win rate.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all I have to say. I like playing with him, but it's kind of like boot camp.
It was just a funny stat because
it's just like fucking boot camp play. It's like draining playing with Blue because he's just like, I know the information he's giving me is right, and he knows more, and like whatever, and he's good. But it's like, oh, Blue, I'll do better next time, I promise. But games where he doesn't harp on you, those are the games where you're like, Cap didn't harp on me. Did you notice that?
No.
He told you to clean your rifle, didn't tell me to clean mine. Yep, my rifle was clean. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like
Feels
talking
good.
about like how you impressed him last time, and you can't wait to like impress him again. And man, I sure hope he liked Gang Squad. That was
he better have liked Gang Squad. Goddamn, I felt like it went really well.
There are people that we play with that like, just have always been better than us, and when we do well, it's nice.
Well, I feel like I'm starting to master a couple of heroes. Like finally, I feel like I'm getting to that stage. I don't know. 686 been good to me. I'm at a 60% win rate through the entirety of it.
All 4 of your games? Or no, what? You'd have to play at least 10. I'll say you played 10 games and you won 6.
No, I think I have like 60 games, 70 games.
Whoa, that means I have like 500.
Oh yeah, dude, you probably have I can't imagine what you have.
Oh, I play a
and
lot.
my solo, finally those onesie twosie solo games are paying off. I'm like 1850. I'll round 2K here shortly.
Wow, I just barely made 2K again. I dropped below. I'm Arc Warden, by the way. Even though I'm Arc Roland, Warden of the North, I don't have a 50% win rate with him.
Oh yeah.
I have a probably below 40 because I lost
with
my last
the broken
game.
hero.
No, it's you have to get to know him. You know what I mean?
To know that he's broken 30% of the time.
I figure those are all games that I figured the first 5. I know my first game I didn't know what in the fuck I was doing, and I picked it anyway because it was like, he's new, how hard can he be? He has an ult that makes 2 of him. I'll just cast spells and stuff, and like I totally sucked, lost. Second game probably did similar. Third game I probably built a necro book and was like, wow, that was awesome. Fourth game I probably was starting to get the Midas and realizing, oh wow, Midas is crazy because you can use it twice. And yeah, anyway, I've been winning more with him lately. I won 50-50 last night. I played 4 games of him, won 2, lost 2. And when you lose, it's because of Arc Warden. I'll say that.
Oh
much.
yeah, I'm sure. I can only imagine.
When you drop, I had a game where I dropped 4 Divine Rapiers. Dropped 2, and then just bought another 2 straight up. Just cash, cold hard cash. Dude, that's like walking into like a Mercedes-Benz lot and being like, so what financial institution should we put this through? And be like, cash, bitch. And you put down a briefcase, you know what I mean? And like, paying cash for this Benz. That's how it felt with those Divines. But then like a car thief stole both of my Benz, you know what I mean? Like stole my first one, went back, paid cash for the second, stole my second one. It sucked.
All right, I'm pulling up Arc Warden.
My win rate?
Yeah,
it's below 40. I know it's like, I think it's like 37.5 or something, but I've played a pretty, like 27 games with him or something like that. I've played a lot of Arc Warden considering how long he's been out. And I will continue. Every time I play solo, it's Arc. Lifestealer if I really got to win. Because Lifestealer Iron Talon is like, I want to say cheap. Especially at 2K when nobody invades.
Arc Warden over 26 games, you are a 38.46.
Yeah.
Oh man, that does not sound like the broken hero storming.
I'm not good at him. I'm not saying he can be a broken hero. He's not in my hands. But there's a guy that has a 94.9% win rate with him, and I watched some of his games. So here's my thing with Arc Warden. Every time I create that second guy, right, my Tempest double, he can cast spells and he has my mana pool, right? I don't do that because I'm not like fast enough and skilled enough.
Okay.
So this 94.9% win rate guy uses okay, we'll use an orange as an analogy, okay? The 94.9% win rate guy has a really good juicer, okay, that gets 99% of the juice out of the orange, okay? I get like 38.6% of the juice out of the orange, okay? Like that's how Arc Roland Warden of the North plays, okay? Eventually I will get it. I do believe in builds other than the Divine Rapier build. I believe in the Diffusal build. I believe in a supportive Arc Warden with double sheep, double silence, I think would be really crazy. Could you imagine 2 people silenced, 2 people sheeped in every team fight?
No, can't.
Like 2 people are immobilized and 2 people can't cast. And then there's one other dude. Like, takes a micro, but Arc Roland, Warden of the North, can do it. And I'm going to say that as many times as I can on this show.
You're going to get there? You're going to get there?
Yes. Anyway, he's a great hero. Yeah, he's squeezing 94.9.
Where are we at on time?
We're not there.
No, I'm curious. Where are we at? How, you know?
You are 40 minutes into .p main.
Well, because I want to talk. At some point, I want to talk about
switch
this.
topics.
Well, yeah, because at some point I want to talk about this esports in 2016 thing.
All right, right at 40 minutes now.
If you're down to switch, I was just
now.
curious. I was just curious.
Now.
Because Business Insider just let this article out.
Let it out, dude. Let it out. Come on.
It's what to expect from esports in 2016, and they feature both League and Dota. Pretty heavily. You know, they note everything that people that listen to this show know. Big tournaments last year. Although I didn't know 334 million people watched the League of Legends World Championship.
The League has all the people.
334 million?
334 million people watched it.
They should be like, where's all the money going, dude?
They don't have
to riot,
dude.
And they're just like sleeping in like, I don't know, moist bills or something like that, dude. Like what?
Piles of money. Yeah.
Wow.
Money pillows,
they
money
have
sheets.
Scrooge McDuck cellars full of gold coins.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do like a $50 million tournament and just blow Dota out of the water then? And just be like, no, bitch, we're the first.
They're taking all of their money.
You know what I mean? They should. And then it would be like...
They run a closed league. They run a closed series.
Could you imagine a $50 million tournament taking place? It doesn't matter what that is, dude. People are going to watch it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? $50 million on the line. They should do that shit, dude. If I had $50 million, I'd throw a Dota tournament.
So, well,
would you go play League?
No. I don't want to play with stick figures, dude. I like to play...
That's ultimately like what they need you to do, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to play
you
League.
watching the $50 million tournament is... They need you to stick around. They need you to get into the game. They need you to get into the merchandise. They need you to get into the pro scene.
I don't know how you could buy
just that tournament.
How you could buy cosmetics for that game
for League.
Yeah, like I mean, I maybe said the same thing about Dota 2, but like
Yeah,
Dota 2 has some sick aesthetics. Like the pipe of Dazoon.
They have sick aesthetics because you are a fan of the game.
Nah.
Yeah, it's
I've shown Audrey my heroes, and she's
relative.
been like, "Your Storm Spirit looks so cool."
But she's not thinking about your goddamn Storm Spirit like an hour and a half
Probably.
later.
She's probably like, the gold neck was
No.
so well tied.
Probably. Oh my god.
The burning, glowing hat.
Damn, baby. Is that a Storm Spirit? Is that a Storm Spirit cosmetic? Are you happy to see
No,
me?
there was a time where I was just going through my armory from hero to hero, and I was like, "What do you think of this hero? What do you think of this hero?
Oh, she just stood there to appease you.
What do you think of Swagger Fiend? What do you think of him?
God.
See, he's cool, huh?" Yeah.
She thought
Doesn't
like all
care.
the dollars it spent to create those, dude. That's what my wife thinks when I show her those.
Well,
then
because
I'm like, no,
you
no,
can't
Twitch-
moderate yourself, dude. You go and
Just
spend
gave it
like
to me.
you spend like $2,000, dude, on fucking plushies. Like I'd be pissed if I was your wife too.
Why?
It was like he was hitting the secret shop like an addict, man.
Like,
At
where's
You're
he
gonna
TI.
get him in trouble.
Shop again, man.
Yeah, god damn, Easy. I'm done with the secret shop. That shit's too potent. And
I'm trying to get another gold demigod.
he does. It's he has the coolest shit. Like if there was any account to hack, it would be easy.
Don't say that.
I'm gonna say that right now. Like if you want to hack an account, hack Easy's account.
You
Like,
better go put that Steam protection on there, bro.
Like he's got golden this, golden that, Warcog machines. He's got a $250 Dazzle item, and I love Dazzle. It hurts.
Yeah.
Your love of heroes is
Fickle.
rotational.
No, dude,
Fickle at best.
No,
Fickle at best.
I'm going on lean,
Fast.
dude. I'm. It's like lean Dota.
I've heard this so many times before.
No, but I am a new man.
I'm a new man. You've been a new man.
I'm a 1.
every episode for a year and a half.
You ever been a 1.0000000 support?
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
You've never been a 1.0
Oh,
support.
yeah, I
No,
have.
you have not.
Yes, I have.
That's a feat.
Yes, I
no,
have.
you have not.
Yes,
you
I have.
No, you've never been 1.0.
Yes, I have.
No, 1.0 means
yes.
you are Jesus Christ of supports. You have come to this planet to support the world.
I have been 1.00.
Why aren't you anymore?
Support because now I'm playing other positions.
AA?
Even with AA.
Nah, dude. You were never 1.00 support. I wish we could go back in time. I'm almost positive you've never been a 1.00 support. Yeah. Nope.
It's not that great of a...
Yes, it is, dude. You can never be 1.0 on farming. How could you? You could never be 1.0 on versatility. How could you? You can't play 110 heroes in the last 20 games.
I know I've been 1.00 on support. That's amazing that you are. I'm so glad that you are now.
Yep. I'm a new man, guys. I'm a new man in 2016.
The algorithm is what it shows me.
Nope. And my farming's good, and my versatility's bad. I'm a 0.004 on versatility because all I play is Dazzle and Arc Warden. But it's working. Dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at it. It's like a solid box.
So what's the insight in this article?
Yeah. So
sorry.
So the big title changes coming up. So Counter-Strike Global Offensive, all of their tournaments have been like $250,000 3 times a year. Now they're going to feature 2 10-week seasons where everybody's going to be battling out for 1.2 million. So they're going to be doing that like actual season approach. Something
so they'll break even on all their Adderall costs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Like seeing tournament, they're just citing more and more tournaments at over 1 million. Not Valve, but Blizzard is where it starts getting really interesting because StarCraft 2 was all they had for how long.
Right.
But Heroes of the Storm last year, they're just skyrocketed in popularity apparently. So now they're going to have 3 major championships, each with a $500,000 prize pool. So you're going to
dude, I shit $500,000. Okay,
you're going to start seeing Heroes of the
Storm. That's nothing, dude. Show me 1 million and we'll talk.
Hey, you're talking. This is might be the rise of something that does battle with Dota.
Nope.
I mean, Dota's not the top of the fucking list.
No, it's not. But Heroes of the Storm is definitely much further below Dota. Let's just stay ignorant.
Not according to Twitch in the month of November.
Let's stay ignorant, okay? Because it's blissful here, okay? It is.
So Hearthstone is still their biggest esport, though. So 2016 is going to have 9 regional events. They're adding 9 regional events for $100,000 in prize money. Players that do well in those events get to meet meet other qualification requirements, are invited to the World Championships at BlizzCon next year. So last year's BlizzCon was $250,000. Next year's is going to be $1 million. Their Business Insider is predicting that there are going to be more Hearthstone pro players that can actually sustain a lifestyle by just playing Hearthstone events.
Shut up, dude. Are you gonna go for that, Cyphus?
Oh God, no. You would have to spend. You got to spend too much money to do that.
You got to, yeah. They once again they've made their money back on card boosters.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Biggest focus for Blizzard heading into 2016 is Overwatch. We've talked about that. Despite only being in closed beta for a few weeks, there have already been numerous third-party tournaments that have all done relatively well in terms of viewing figures. So 2016 is going to be the year that Overwatch finally launches, and they're saying, keep an eye out, because the way Blizzard's been doing with its multiple, Blizzard's the only one. You look at Valve. Valve has Dota and CS:GO primarily.
Just when I got out, they pulled me back in.
You look at Riot. Riot has League, but Blizzard's going to be diversifying in a number of different esports. I don't know.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Kind of doing well.
Dude, I'm ready for Overwatch, man.
Oh yeah. So, have you seen anything on those tournaments? Like, do you know Have you heard anything about that? Playing that game?
Dude, I didn't watch any of it competitive. I didn't know that there was tournaments going on. When I was in the beta, I'd know that that's the game I launched every time I could. And when it got taken away, I was very sad. And I still check periodically, just open Battle.net just to see, and it still says, "Sorry, you haven't been invited."
Oh.
It's sad, dude, but that's a fun-ass game.
They didn't invite me, which is fucked, because I've been buying games from them.
Game.
So
forever.
Any idea what its release date is? The article didn't specify.
March?
Yeah, pretty soon.
And I wonder about that. Because there's that element of, because you and I talked about with the issue with the FPS aspect with CS:GO, at least for you and me, I think, is that it's like, wow, great shot. That guy shot that guy. Oh, look, that guy ran over there and jumped on that and shot that guy. Oh, look. Oh, he shot that guy.
What a great crouch. He would have been shot if he didn't crouch.
Yeah,
like, if he didn't crouch just at that perfect moment, he would have been shot.
I'm with you. That's not exciting, but I think as a viewer with an FPS like Overwatch...
Quarter 2 actually is the only date it shows, so I don't know if March is accurate or not.
So it could be... January, February, March. So it could be April, May, June. Probably.
Yep.
Probably more realistically sometime in May.
Yeah.
They want to make that thing good.
Well, and release it right before the summer where kids can play it nonstop for 3 months.
Hopefully it's not the fucking guy who made Diablo 3. Let's just hope that.
It's good already.
Is Diablo 3 better? Yeah,
Diablo 3 is great.
Is it? I bought that game so excited because the marketplace, it was really ingenuitive how they were going to do the marketplace where you could sell things for real money.
It's so ingenuitive, it's gone.
Yeah, and they got rid of it. So when it first started, and it never got launched, it was only like a teaser, kind of like, remember how they put like, you could see Hero MMR in Reborn? Like it was just like a teaser and then it never actually happened. So for a while there, you could sell like an epic drop or something for like a couple bucks at Battle.net dollars. Or no, it wasn't even Battle.net, it was real money.
It was in your Battle.net account, but it was actual money.
It was actual money, so like... No, it was like you would link it to a PayPal. Like you would link it to a PayPal, like, and you could buy low, like sell high with Diablo. And like, if you've ever played Diablo like super seriously, like I did with Diablo 2, like you farmed items. Like that was kind of the idea. It was like you got really, really strong, and then you fought really, really hard things, and the really, really hard things dropped really, really good things, and those really, really good things were worth a lot of money that you could trade for other really, really good things.
Worse than an MMO.
Yeah, and like that was Diablo 2, but it was fun, and it was scary, and it was like a good time, and I was at the perfect age to play it. Then, Diablo 3 was doing that, and we were all stoked, and I still would play Diablo 3 if we played hardcore characters, but the shitty thing about playing hardcore characters is that when any of your friends die, so does everyone else, in a way. Because you don't continue on.
Let's do that. Let's just stream like all of us playing hardcore characters.
Until you die?
Until the last person dies?
Last man standing?
It takes a while. Like, if we played hardcore... so, Wazoo and I made it to Belial, where I was telling Wazoo, I was like, dude, when it lights up red on the floor, don't stand on it. Like, you're good at this. And so, like, I had been through Belial a couple times, and I knew how to take out Belial. He died to Belial, and then I have like a level 50 hardcore mage that is still alive because I stopped playing because my buddy died. And it was like, I don't want to adventure anymore. My friend died to Belial.
You're retired. Hey.
And I ended up killing Belial and got all Belial's stuff, even though he died, and because you either die or you beat Belial.
I think it's time to go back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's time to give Diablo 3 another shot.
I have it. I own Reaper of Souls too.
I
think you own Reaper of Souls too.
I paid like $40 for that game and played like 2.5 hours.
Well, because I convinced Audrey and you to a certain degree that it'd be fun if we all played together, and
then it was like, why the fuck aren't we playing like Neverwinter Nights? You were the one that ex-nayed it and was like, we should download Neverwinter Nights too, and then we did, and then we played that once. Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, I got to go to dinner, but I'll be back and we'll play this again. And
it's just fantastic. Let's get back to it.
It is a great game.
Neverwinter Nights is a classic.
It was fun.
You two should play through Divinity Original Sin together. That would be fun.
I thought about that.
Wazoo's been trying to get me to play that forever.
Cyphus, play with me, dude. Let's play it.
No, I have Divinity Original Sin. Wazoo's been trying to get me to play it forever. I'd give it a go.
You don't play games, dude.
Yeah, you played Dota. We're at New Year's. All right, I'm gonna tell this story.
Every time you pretend to play other games to get me all excited, you just play Dota.
So easy. We're at New Year's Eve. I'm not there very long. I was sick as a dog on New Year's, but I show up and he's giving one of our buddies shit because he's like, "Hey, when you gonna get an Xbox One and come, join the cool kids club and play some Battlefront and Halo 5 with us?" And Roland says to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm a PC gamer. I don't do that." And it's like,
get the fuck out of here.
I was like, what are you talking about, you asshole? You play Dota 2.
I play Dota 2 on a PC.
On a PC.
And it's a game, isn't it? So I am a PC gamer by default.
So PC gamer.
Maybe even the hardest core of PC gamers.
You're like a PC dabbler.
No, I'm not a dabbler. Yeah. Do I dabble in Dota? Fuck no.
You dabble in everything else.
I'm face deep in Dota, dude. Face deep in Dota. Like, that's all. Like, last night, it was like, I better stop. It's 4 a.m. And so, you know what I went and did? Grabbed my little Kindle thing and watched that 95 Arc Warden guy play Arc Warden for 2 games.
Oh my god!
And it's like I could have just played 2 more games of Arc Warden, but instead I watched this guy play Arc Warden for till like 6 a.m.
You're in deeper than I've ever seen you in anything.
Because Arc Warden is a blast. Because Dazzle is a blast. Because I'm on break. Because Dota 6.86 was like super revitalizing. I've got to say that.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, it changed. It shook the game up in a really nice way.
The cool thing is the only thing that's risen to the top is Invoker. Like, I think a good meta is a meta where nothing is super defined, right? Like, nothing is
At least not now. But I still don't hear anybody with a consensus on.
By this point in 6.84, Leshrac had taken over.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit had taken over. Bounty Hunter, I want to say, was 6.84, had taken over. Bounty Hunter was mean.
Yeah.
6.83, by this point, Troll, Warlord, and Sniper were clearly overpowered.
Jug to an extent.
But it was Troll, Warlord, and Sniper. 6.85, Doom was fucking everywhere.
Yep.
Clearly.
Let's not forget Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker was a 6.84 thing.
Yeah.
Which was just, I was thinking it was 6.84, which was just like, ugh. And it was Bloodseeker every fucking game.
Ah, yeah.
And it just puts... Or Alchemist was 6.85. And luckily, he's diminishing. Fuck that hero. Ugh. To all you Alchemist players. You guys are fucking gross, okay? It seriously is a dumb hero with a dumb mechanic. Talk about linear Alchemist. That's
why.
one.
What? Because he just farms so much gold?
Because his ability is I get more gold on chance, and I get more gold by killing things. And then I get a Radiance by 12 minutes, and you either stop me or you don't. And it's dumb. It's like, I don't know, like it's kind of...
Again, it's one of those heroes that I never had like an experience with where I felt like I saw them like wreck a lot. So I have my matchup stat versus Alchemist. I'm gonna pull that out.
Alchemist is just ugh. And you get him on your team, and then he's like, help me secure the bounty, and you're like, okay, and then he ends up like feeding and dying and just like doing nothing. He either does nothing or does too much. Like, that's my problem with him.
I have a 74% win rate against Alchemists.
Yeah, I don't even care that he loses a lot. I wish he lost more. I wish people would never pick him again. If I had a delete card and I could press that button, it'd be straight toward Alchemist, swear to God. I used to say the spirits, it's Alchemist, dude. That's who I'm ragging on. Luckily, he's gone. And it was 6.85 that put this bad taste in my mouth, dude. Because it was Alchemist every game,
6.85,
whether they could play it or not.
6.85 felt surprisingly stale. Really fast.
But people were saying that's when Dota was at its best because the meta was so defined and it was so clear. I think 6.86 is where it's like, if you ask me, like, name 5 heroes that are in meta, I would be like, Invoker, I guess Earth Spirits in Captain's Mode, and Pudge. Yeah, Pudge has gotten better because of the Aether Lens. And then it's like, what else? Well, everything, because everything got Aether Lens. Everything got Iron Talon. People are bitching about Iron Talon because now everything has all of a sudden become a jungler. Literally, we had a Sven pick, and it was like the stupidest pick. It was like 5th pick Sven. And I was like, dude, we don't have a lane for you. Buy an Iron Talon, is what I told him. I was like, we don't have a lane for you. Buy an Iron Talon. Go in the jungle, dude. Like, figure it out. Get Cleave, get a mask, get a Morbid Mask, get an Iron Talon. Fucking go to the jungle. Like, just get out of here, dude. Like, your Sven pick sucks. You're just get out of here.
How'd he do?
We won. He jungled the Sven until he needed to. And guess what? He got just as much out of the jungle. Not just as much, but he got enough out of... He made it so, like, we had a viable offlaner still, you know? And, I don't know, it worked. Like, because Sven's good for stun and double damage, and, you know, he wasn't, like, number 1 on the team. I was Arc Warden and bought like 3 Divine Rapiers, so there was that. Like, that could have been why.
Sure.
But,
yeah, because that broken hero Arc Warden. That
Maybe.
guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, like how
38%
many
of the
other...
time.
3 Divine Rapiers, that's just unreal. That's unreal. Have you guys bought anything on the Steam sale?
What did I pick up?
No.
Oh, yeah, well, I talked about it last week. Elder Scrolls Online to play with the girlfriend. I'm looking at... I have... Original Sin on my wish list, so I'm thinking about that. God, what else?
If you get that, I will play it with you.
I am tempted. And then I'm also tempted by The Witcher 3 for $30. But I hate spending $30 on.
Dude, The Witcher's so fucking good.
I know, and the thing is, I feel guilty because there's so many games that I just don't spend enough time playing. You know, that I know I absolutely want to, and I've got my joystick coming. Oh, we had an email about that. But I have my joystick coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a nice email, and then we had a nice review. I'm gonna read the review while you pull up the email.
Okay.
Okay. We got a new review that says this by Cool HDYHH. If you are looking for high quality, professional, and entertaining podcast, look no further. My favorite aspect of the DotP cast is that they provide consistent content and wide variety. Whether you're a Dota 2 vet or just starting out, you will find value and insight from this podcast. 5 stars. High quality, consistent Dota cast. Thanks. Thanks a lot, though.
Well, thank you for the great review on one of the other 3 shows that happened during the week. Definitely wasn't referring to the Monday show.
Definitely not us. Yeah. I don't know. This is a pretty Dota-heavy episode.
Yeah.
So we got an email from Josh R. I'll just leave this, a.k.a. Cheese Whiz. Elite Dangerous and Dota. Hey, guys. First off, you guys are doing great with the podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Really, you guys make it seem like we're hanging out in the studio with you.
Whoop, whoop.
Again,
you are.
Yeah, you are. You're with us.
He said, anyways, heard Cyphus talk about Elite Dangerous, so I had to try it. Awesome game for when solo queue needs some time off. Thanks for bringing it up. Please talk on the cast about the throttle/stick you get. I'm looking myself at the moment. If anyone needs a lane buddy, hit Cheese Whiz up in the .p chat.
Cheese Whiz!
Yeah, thanks, Cheese Whiz. So, Elite Dangerous, I ended up ordering a Thrustmaster HOTUS X, I think is what it's called. HOTUS being, I mentioned this in the show as well, hands-on throttle and stick. It's on Amazon. They're like $30, maybe 40 tops. The reason I ended up going with it was like threefold. The Saytech stuff all looks really good. For those of you out there who are like looking into these flight sim stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Saytech makes like the premier hands-on throttle and stick joysticks. They're beautiful. They have tons of buttons.
Tons of buttons,
which you need, dude. You need tons of buttons when you're going to be playing a flight sim because you want to be able to access menus while you're still controlling throttle and stick. That's very important, and to be able to set different fire groups and swap between those fire groups and monitor things within your system on the joystick.
Filling out TPS reports. That's how I explain that game.
It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to do if you like technical games.
It's a fun thing to do if you're an accountant.
No.
Okay? It's a fun thing to do if you stare at numbers all day.
So Saytech makes the top of the line shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It's a good time.
It's a fun time if you like to play around in Excel.
A lot of people are digging Elite Dangerous right now.
Yeah.
A lot.
If you just like to go through all the formulas in Excel and see what they do, you'll
so
love Elite Dangerous.
All right, so anyway, love it. Those out there who are considering buying the Saytech stuff, I don't recommend doing it because it sounds like Saytech isn't supporting Windows 10, and they aren't really creating any new drivers for it. A ton of the reviews I was reading on Newegg and on Amazon was basically people saying, "Wow, I paid $150 for this really beautiful joystick that I can't use. I have a $150 Saytech X52 Pro paperweight. You know, and it's like, oh, shitty." So I wasn't going to buy this Thrustmaster for a long time, even though it actually has controls pre-programmed for Elite Dangerous, which is nice to not have to go through and do the massive reprogramming that normally takes. So I picked it up, and I wasn't going to grab it because it didn't look like the throttle and the stick separated. They do, even though there are no images on Amazon of the throttle on one side and the stick on the other, and they're just joined together. You can separate those two into 2 separate controllers, and organize your setup however you'd like. That was the biggest thing that was holding me back. So far, all the reviews sound really good. I haven't tested it personally, but on like Wednesday or Thursday this week, it's gonna pop in. Maybe I'll hop on and do a stream, let you guys know what I think, see how I adapt to it.
Yeah, we can do it all day. Like, I'll start with Excel, you know what I mean? And then I can move into, like, I don't know, doing some Microsoft Access stuff.
This was a fan who requested this, I'm sorry.
And then,
I know it bores you, Roland.
And then we can, jump into, I don't know, maybe making some paper airplanes.
And those of you out there who may be playing and have, like, any of those Saytech sticks or whoever the company, or maybe the Warthog, some of the upgraded stuff from Thrustmaster, let me know how you like those. I love flight sims, and playing Elite Dangerous only sparked like an old school love that I had completely forgotten about.
I have 3 people on my friends list playing Elite Dangerous right now, and for the first time in a long time, that doesn't include you.
Yeah, there you go. It is a damn good time. It's an awesome game. And I think if you're looking to get into a flight sim and you're looking for something to do, like maybe say while you're waiting for Star Citizen, and you want that, like, to log that kind of flight time in a 3D environment, you could do a lot fucking worse than Elite Dangerous. And it is a beautiful game. And next week I'm going to fly to Sol, the system that is our system that contains Earth. I'm going to go do a flyby Earth.
You say that like a fucking nerd. Like, you're like,
I can't wait.
So amazed.
Yeah, that is fucking riveting.
I'm going to go do a tour of the fucking solar system, all right? First person.
I think I can go
right?
to like Google and be like space cam and
It's
probably
not
get
gonna
a
be the
space
same.
cam.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, it won't be because it won't be real Earth. It'll be.
The first listed Steam review for that game, Roland, you should read it.
What is it?
It basically like says all this shit about like I wanted to do this and this, but I couldn't, so I waited, and then I like jumped like from system to system for an hour, and like tried to catch this guy, but like couldn't find him, so I jumped like from system to system to system for an hour, traded some shit for like barely any money, jumped from system to system to system. It was like as I was reading that, I was imagining Cyphus' stream of him just like constantly fucking leapfrogging from like star system to star system.
Let's see. Let's plot this right. So
you know what?
If I can do it in 17 jumps, that's going to be a great thing to do for my fuel.
As the person playing, I mean,
most people say 20 jumps are necessary, but I think 17 we can stretch.
You do have to consider economical jumps versus fast jumps.
The thing is, if you skip the Kepler system,
yeah, exactly. It's just like if that's what you're into, that's perfectly fine with
fuck
me.
you guys. And here's why this is a great goddamn game. I'm going to tell you why right now.
I'm going to divert power not to shields because I'll get better gas mileage.
All right, I plot a 20-course jump. And this is about how you play a fucking game. And this is why this game is so fucking beautiful. I plot that 20-course jump, and about 5 jumps into it, I see a distress signal pop up. And you know what? Maybe I'm going to be a decent fucking guy, and I'm going to stop by that distress signal. And I pop in, and it's actually pirates waiting to ambush me. I get into a little bit of combat along the way. Combat is exceptionally entertaining in that game. It is very fun and very skill-oriented.
Diverting 2 kilowatts to my shields.
And you do have to do power management.
That 3 kilowatts to my shield.
And that's important shit. That is.
Fire missile group 1.
There's nothing like being like, oh, hey, I'm outgunned here.
My burst lasers will not hold.
Fuck the weapons. Energy, shields and
just like you played that other space game that was like, oh my god, pause. Oh, the engine room's on fire. Gotta send guys to the engine room to get it out of fire.
FTL, faster than light.
Oh, pause.
That was a pretty intense game.
Gotta send the oxygen out of my oxygenator. It's just like, if you want that kind of time, like...
No, FTL, I challenge anybody to play FTL and not enjoy that game.
I played it like my ship blew up 3 times. And I was
don't play games.
Yes, I do.
You play Dota 2.
That's a fair. Like,
you don't play games.
Nope, I played games before Dota 2. I've been playing games my whole life.
Because you were shopping around looking for that one to fucking lock yourself down.
It didn't take long.
Game.
I've played StarCraft and Dota 2.
Elite Dangerous, $15 on the Steam sale, by the way, folks.
You get into games like super hard.
Yeah, dude.
And when you play another game, you're looking for that game to hook you as hard as StarCraft 2 and Dota 2 hooked you.
Dota 2 hooked me harder.
Those games don't, like, not all games have infinite loop experiences built into them. They're, like, meant to end and just be, like, thought about after the fact. So I was asking about Steam games that you guys picked up during the winter sale because I probably got, like, 15 games. And one of them I got is Her Story. Have you guys heard of that?
No. I've heard about it, but I don't know enough about it.
Is it in Dota 2?
It's a Dota 2 mod.
Okay.
It's an arcade custom game, okay? And it takes the game and basically makes it League of Legends so that more people watch it.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I enjoyed that joke, Easy.
Her Story.
Like, okay.
I passed on this when I initially saw it because it looks weird. It's like an FMV game, right? But basically,
first male view, what is FMV? Please.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. What?
FM, like full motion video.
Full motion video. You stood over there pretending like you did.
I had no idea.
You pretentious gamers.
I had no clue.
Remember, like when you played Command & Conquer, you would always love those cutscenes because it had the actors and shit. Those are FMV sequences.
StarCraft did that too.
So this game, dude, the premise is basically you sit down at this like archaic computer, and you have access to these old case files from 1994. Everything from the case has been wiped out except for the tapes that were recorded throughout, I think it's 7 interviews, or maybe it's 4 different interviews
with this female.
Oh yeah, I have seen this.
And the video has been put into a computer in a way that it's searchable by words. So you type in words, and whether or not the female speaks those words in the clip determines whether or not you get any results on your search. And dude, there's no context to it. Like literally no context. Like when you sit down at the computer for the first time, the word murder is like already typed into the search field. So you're like, all right, cool, you hit enter. You don't have to, but I did. And it brings up like 4 videos. And some of them are like 15 seconds, some of them are like 45 seconds, but they're you don't even know what the detective or the interviewer is saying. All you have is her response, right? And so she like starts talking, and just I've played the game for 88 minutes. I have on playtime right now, and what I've pieced together so far is like her husband was killed. I don't know if she killed her husband or not, but I do know that she had something to do with hiding the body. I've seen videos of her talking about finding the body and what that experience was like, but I also found one video where she was explaining the reasoning behind hiding the body and then going to the police and saying that they found it, why she didn't want to just call it in right then. But so you watch these clips and you're like, dude, and you can tag them with your own words, like she sounds suspicious here, da 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 da. You can pull the clips down so that they stay like in like a little box where you're like keeping clips together, and then you search another term and it brings up those clips. And dude, I haven't had the game spoiled for me. I'm not looking online. I'm like, when I stop playing, I'm just like, dude, I wonder if she fucking did it. You know, I'm like still like thinking about it like after the fact. I've like ran over to the computer and booted it up and searched a word like to see like, wait, who was Eric, dude? You said something about the boss. So you just go down this rabbit hole like trying to find more information through like her interrogations, and man, it's fucking pretty damn good.
That sounds like a game right there.
That's very
cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting experience.
That sounds like
really,
LA Noire in a way. LA Noire was really cool.
You can't get up from the computer. There's not. It's really questions your definition of what a video game is. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you what, if you can spring for it while it's on the Steam sale right now, I would highly recommend it just to have an experience that I can guarantee you haven't had with the video game before.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's way cool.
Our Steam salesman came in today. I forgot. I forgot. He hasn't been here for a while. Steam has gotta love you, dude. Like you. They owe you a check, dude. They do. Like people do buy games because of you. I've seen it.
Hey,
happen.
I bought games because of you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I buy games because of me.
All right, close it.
Wait, have you? You've got Elite Dangerous though, right? Easy. I just gotta ask before I let it go.
I haven't put any time into it. But I do. I have the game. I have an hour of registered time, and that's because I've opened it and started thinking around the tutorial videos that are in there.
All right. Well, let me know what you think. I'd be curious to see what you.
Yeah, dude. Make sure you turn it in Wednesday, no later than 5 p.m.
That game is about building your story. All right,
that is when the reports
are
due.
The analogy that Roland used. If you're the kind of person that likes to check out Excel formulas to see what they do, like that's
which like labels me as that type of person.
Well, you are.
No.
Yeah. SPSS is maybe the coolest.
Is a fascinating program.
Look, I can get data sets of data sets, and then I can sort them all by their.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being that type of person that's into that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
a system. That's a systems management sim. FTL is more of a systems management sim.
Yeah.
This is like space flight sim, but damn, dude, people love those games, dude. People love those types of games. That's
if you use your numpad all day,
I like a technical
if you just use your numpad, okay, all day long at work, you'll love
choke on my numpad later tonight.
Or maybe you will absolutely hate it because it'll remind you like of work. Is what it'll remind you.
Yeah, if work is flying a spaceship around the galaxy.
Well, you get okay. My first impression was, oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh my god, I'm free as a bird. And then it's like, hey, there are pirates, go kill them. Hey, those pirates have intelligence, go get it. Hey, you need to. It's just like, oh, I'm in World of Warcraft space because I'm supposed to get something, kill something, or go talk to somebody. That's the three things. 3 things you do for money, and money is the only way you progress. The only way that you can fight those pirates if you want to stop at a distress signal.
And that's not what that game's about either.
That
game's about developing a story that you want to develop.
This kill. Oh, the margin that you make difference on a planet is nothing.
Oh, the power play elements within that game.
It would take 40 years for you to make a power play.
Cyphus and Roland.
Power plays.
No. To change an allegiance within like a star system.
Oh, that happens every week.
But you don't do it.
I participate. Yeah,
Barely.
fuck yeah.
Barely.
Oh, bullshit. Barely. You can definitely get
barely.
You can pretty
it's like
quickly
saying
get
every
to a point
vote
where
counts.
you're able to do that.
It's like saying every vote counts, dude. Is what
if
it's
your
saying.
ship is if your ship is capable of hauling, say, 100 tons, 100 different alliance legislative contracts, let's say,
100 different.
That is a 10%.
And we're gonna
that's
stack
10%
them.
of what is necessary to start converting a system.
We'll put 10 in the cockpit. We'll put 15 of the cases in my left rear side pack. 44 more of them
you don't even
could probably fit off in the loading bay.
You don't even understand.
I think we could probably fit 6 in the crew quarters if we were careful. 7 more.
Go lose some more games with Arc Wardening.
You obviously need to divert more power to your 30% win rate.
All right, close the fucking show.
All right, thanks
I
for
need to
tuning
go
in,
to the
everybody.
bathroom.
We really appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of got to go too. Thanks for mentioning it.
If you guys want to check out her story.
Yeah, I will check out her story. How much is it on the Steam sale? Out of curiosity,
You can't tell after you own it, which is a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like if you go to the store page, it just says play.
$0 to $60.
It's cheap enough to get.
$0 to $60.
Dude, it's under 10. It's probably. Oh wait. I think it showed the price in the search queue. $3.59.
Oh shit! I'll pick that up.
God, sell your set on Dota.
So by the time you guys are hearing this, the sale ends Monday night at like 9 p.m.
It ends
Pacific.
Today, 9 p.m. Pacific. Get to your computer.
Anyway, all right, if you guys want to find us, we're at defenseofthepatients.com. You can follow us on Twitter at .p_show. Search iTunes for Defense of the Patients. Remember to tell a friend. Remember to leave a review.
Tell a friend.
We love to read the reviews. It's always nice to hear back from you guys. Let us know what you love about the show. Send us emails. I know we read that email, and there are like 5 that we haven't read.
Look, we're doing our best.
But we're getting better about the emails. I hope that's what that proves. We'll be good, I promise. Keep emailing us, guys.
It's getting better since you've been gone.
If you guys want to find us on YouTube, we are youtube.com/.ptv1, DOTP TV1. Twitch.tv/.ptv, where you can watch Arc Warden stream, and win 30% of the time.
Yep. With 3 divine rapiers.
I'm getting yelled at for not streaming, so I'm gonna stream something.
Okay, we'll start streaming episodes. I need to do some, stuff.
I'm not streaming Dota though, because that's a waste of my time and anybody else's watching.
No, it's not, dude. It's
it'd be fun. It'd be fun to watch you play Dota.
Nobody needs to see my Dota play.
What are you talking about? You self-conscious
I'll stream Dota
motherfucker?
I'll play Dota with you while you're streaming. But if I'm streaming, I'll play a game that I'm better at.
Yeah, why? I think
it's embarrassing, dude.
I think you're.
I'm not trying to smear .p name in the mud. That's your job.
I think your best game. That is my job, and I've done a damn good job at doing it, dude. I'm glad I have that reputation. You know what I mean?
So cute.
This ship will go down with me. God damn it! All right, let's close her.
All right. Anything else? Did I miss any plugs? Easy.
No, you're hot.
Oh, Amazon. If you go to the website, hit up Amazon. If you're gonna buy that,
check out our team rosters.
Our team roster
we have
sections up there.
.p.exe.
But if you're gonna pick up that, if you're out there, if you're the hundreds of people out there that are playing Elite Dangerous, unlike Roland, that bastard over there, and you want another awesome joystick, go click on the banner and buy it through Amazon. It doesn't change the price. Still get everything the same. And Easy, what's the Prime membership deal that we got on that right now?
I think, doesn't it come with a calculator? The joystick? I think you can get a real good deal on a calculator as well.
If you don't have Amazon Prime, you'll get a free month membership. And if you do have Amazon Prime, it's still an affiliate link that you can save as a bookmark and use it to search for anything. But yeah, 1 free month of Amazon Prime, which is 2 days free shipping, plus access to millions of movies, books, and games. That's right, Amazon.com, your friend, my friend, our friend.
God damn.
Jeez.
We're going to record just a bit.
Yeah.
Let's go just clip that. We're good to go.
Send it to Amazon and be like, look, we did good, right? We did good. You wanna sponsor us?
Maybe something a little bit more than an affiliate. All right, guys. So until next time.
You could get free joysticks, dude, and free calculators and free graph paper, dude. You could get all sorts of stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a bastard.
You could get all sorts of things, dude. A geometry kit, maybe. It'd be fun.
Why are you being so condescending towards your spaceship game? You fucking played it for like a week. There's an episode of him like waxing poetic on how great the game is.
Yeah, well,
I love. I'm still loving the fuck out of that game.
It's fleeting. Okay,
and it hasn't been for me.
Pun
like
intended.
Your flavor of the month hero, Arc Warden.
Yeah. I can't wait.
There's fucking nothing wrong with Arc
Can't
Warden.
wait till there's a new pinup model in Roland's shed.
Next month he'll be like, yeah, Arc Warden was all right. It's just he's too squishy.
No, he's not
counterable.
squishy.
You know what happens when you drop those divines? It just gets really bad. My new favorite hero is
And I am gonna be with him forever.
I bet it'll be like 3 years. It'll take 3 years for you to have said, I have loved every
3
hero.
years.
We're going on 2, and I know I've professed love for almost every hero.
Yeah.
Like, remember Jackie Boy? Like, I talked about him for a good while. I have a 70% win rate with Jackie Boy. Or something.
Yeah, and when was the last time you played?
Let's say 50 to 70% win rate with Jakiro, in case people check.
Yeah, somebody's gonna fact check that. DotP.Roland on Dota.
Go check me out.
Go find out. All right, guys. Until next time, this is Cyphus for Roland and Easy saying good luck and Godspeed.